Hello, welcome back to our Property Wealth Academy.
Yeah, so this time around we're going to review a very interesting project.
Oh, what project is it?
Oh, it's a freehold.
Freehold are so difficult to get, right?
Freehold, very hard to get, and it's a freehold in the heart of Singapore.
So the name is Newport.
Yes, Newport Residences.
All right, Newport Residences. So the developer is none other than CDL, is a renowned developer in Singapore. And if you do know, they have super good track records. Take a look. Of course, these are the successful launches by CDL. Whenever they launch, I think selling rate is super fantastic.
Very fast selling, because of their quality.
Yeah. So also, if you see, this is Zion Grand, this is Ori, and of course, further downwards, this is last time in terms of the Piccadilly Grand.
Oh, Piccadilly Grand, it sounds very familiar, Piccadilly Grand.
This one I bought, and I just collected keys. I must tell you, I just done my defect checks. Not really a lot of defects, so I should say the quality is super fantastic.
So buying from a reputable developer is very important.
Yeah. So you don't need to go through the hassle of sticking a lot of masking tape on your whole house, and then you got to do your defects. Delay in your moving, delay in your rental as well. All right. So if you were to know, this Newport is not a GLS land, right?
Yes, it's redeveloped tower itself.
Last time the tower is called what?
I think it's Fuji Xerox.
Fuji Xerox. So if you pass by Anson Road, you will not miss this building. It's a super iconic building that you will actually, at a cross junction, you will see it. So it will going to be torn down. It will actually rebuilt into a 45-story high mixed-use development. All right, it comprises of also the not only the residential, we also have the service apartment and also the retail segment, right?
And also commercial elements inside.
Yeah. So also you have a super penthouse, all right, which is one of the unit. So if you are looking at a super penthouse later, we'll share with you. Probably you can contact us. We'll bring you to take a look. So the total units is 246. It comes with, of course, parking lots of 131.
Well, not many units, 246 units. Freehold in town, right smack in the heart of Singapore, next to MRT somewhere.
Walking distance to not only one but 3 MRT stations.
Wow.
All right, so this is an outlook of the whole building. So you can see that it comprises of residential, the service apartment, and of course the commercial, offices, and restaurants. Taking a look at the perspective, you can see that it actually do out like the paddy field. All right, so you can every different level have their different water feature cascade.
Oh, very nice,
Yeah.
Very
So
nice.
if you look, we'll be looking from the area view, you can see it's very, very nice. All right, so you're looking at the residential that you want to purchase. The starting level of residential is on the 23rd story to 45th floor. And of course, we have the super fantastic Newport Sky, where all your facilities and your swimming pools are.
So we have a very nice sky pool at the top.
Just want to show them the perspective of the sky
sure.
pool. So imagine, Alex, when you after work going home and you're swimming at the 46th story, overlooking into the commercial arena of the whole Raffles Place.
Wow, this will be a sky pool. I need to wear a lot of jacket. Very cold up there.
Very cold, should be super windy.
Very windy.
So it's like really a different level of staying and playing field.
Very luxurious project to have a sky pool.
Yeah, so go MBS swimming must pay money.
I have to pay.
Here don't need. Here you don't need to pay money because you buy, you can actually use and invite your friends. So this development comprises of one bedder to actually 4 bedrooms, and with, as I mentioned, a single level of a super penthouse. So let's dive down into and see the floor plans.
Okay, so Daniel, where is this Newport really located?
So we look at the floor plans. This is actually, as I mentioned, the Fuji Xerox building, the ex-Fuji Xerox. They're going to tear down and rebuild. So if you see, it's actually not only near to 1 MRT, but 3 MRT. Of course, the nearest being is your Prince Edward Station, which is only 200 meters walking distance. And of course, we have the Tanjong Pagar, which is about 500 meters walking distance as well. And not forgetting, we have the Cantonment, which is about 600 meters walking distance.
Yeah, so this project, I think is what the government like to do in the CBD is this thing called work, live, and play.
That's why they are revamping the whole place right now. If any developer were to buy any land there, you must have office component, residential component, and commercial component.
Yeah, you can live near your workplace, you can work. Of course, you must have some retail and some lifestyle. It's going to be boring, right?
So they're going to revitalize the whole place. There's going through a transformation. They're going to revive the whole place for weekends. It will not be a dead town.
Yeah, and I think you will not get any freeholds in this area if it's not a redevelopment. Because all GLS moving forward is only going to be 99 years.
Yes.
So this is going to be a very rare plot where you can actually, the future PRs, new citizens, they want to buy this kind of projects.
And the most important is for your next generation.
Yeah.
You're buying something, a trophy project for your next generation to keep. All right. So if you were to dive down into their unit mix, you can see that it comes with a 1-bedroom to the 4-bedroom premium, and of course the super penthouse. Okay. So the 1-bedroom here is about 86 units out of the 240 units.
Yeah, so it's very good for investment because nowadays, as mentioned, all the smaller unit types, the suburban areas, development is not building really. Why? Because it's not an own stay location, but this is an investment location. So this is where it's very easy to resell because someone is a freehold development. So for those who want to buy a smaller unit type, there's so many choices. I'd rather go and buy in town.
And it's also good because at the end of the day, when you have small unit, which means it's sizable, it's palatable, so people that want to stay in the CBD, you are able to afford as well. It's not a dream, but you are able to realize
And
it.
you get good rental yield on a freehold property.
That's correct. So the sizes basically for the 1-bedder is from 431 to 495 square feet, which will later see the floor plans itself. And of course, we have the 1+ study, which is 581 square feet. The 2 bedrooms, we have the premium one and the normal 2 bedrooms, which is 646 to 710 square feet. And of course, we have a 2-bedroom with study, which is about 818 square feet onwards. And we have the 3-bedroom compact, which is 980 up to...
Very rare, no?
Yeah, only 7 units. Yeah. So if you want to own and you want to stay there or you want to buy as an investment, there's only 7 units that you are able to compete with. So you got to be very, very lucky.
Yes.
And of course, we go up to the 4-bedroom premium, also very rare.
One single level, 2,000 square feet.
Yep.
This is what everybody loves.
Because a lot of my clients always ask me, hey, Daniel, got any 4-bedroom that is about above 1,800 square feet?
Very hard to find.
Very, very hard to find. So if you are a person that are looking for one single level at 2,067 square feet, I think this is a time that you are able to enjoy staying in a CBD. And not forgetting, of course, our super penthouse.
Wow, this one no price. If you need it, just let us know. We will definitely show you this place.
And this one don't need to ballot. I heard from developer, if you are really keen to buy, can walk in, don't need ballot. Immediately can sell to. All right, so let's dive down quickly into the floor plans. Let's take a look at the 1-bedroom. All right, so as I mentioned, the 1-bedroom, good thing, no balcony.
So fully utilized space.
So 431 square feet, whatever you pay is all usable.
Yeah. Okay. With balcony, you could pay like 500 over.
Yeah, and the bedroom, I can see that even with a queen size bed, you can have 2 side table, no issue. Quite big. All right. So it's a typical 1-bedder, good for investment and for single or couple for own stay. So 2-bed, 1-bath. Of course, we look into the 2-bedroom compact. It's 646 square feet. You have a balcony, which is also quite sizable. Going in, you have your 2-sided cabinet of the kitchen, and you have your dining table for 4, and your living area for a sofa of 2 to 3. Okay.
So 646, I think is a good size, especially for investment.
Then look at the 2-bedroom premium, which is the 2-bed, 2-bath. This is 689 square feet.
How come got one 753 square feet?
Oh, this is a 2-bed, 1-bath.
Oh wow, what a very funny fan-shaped layout.
Iconic fan shape. You like this style of layout?
If I walk in, I'm not sure whether I'll like it or not, but it looks like they have a full-length window.
So is it difficult to sell next time?
It might be a challenge for this kind of layout. I'd rather you buy the 2-bed, 2-bath.
I mean, if you have money, definitely you will buy a 2-bed, 2-bath. But definitely you are able to afford because this 2-bed, 1-bath is bigger in size, 753. This is 689. So this definitely the quantum will be lower.
So if you want a full-length window, then you go for this fan-shaped layout.
So this 2-bed, 2-bath is a typical conventional layout where you have your corridor linking to your bedroom 2 and your master bedroom. All right. So this is with 2 attached bathroom, and the bathroom got no windows. So let's look at also the 3-bedroom compact, which is 980 square feet. Just now, Alex, you say how many units?
Only 7 units.
Only 7 units. So let's take a look. I think it's quite functional in terms of the 3-bedroom. Walkway inside, you have your enclosable kitchen. Then you have a dining area for 6 packs. And of course, you have you can put a 3x2 sofa.
This layout is still not as bad as just now that one, so this one is still okay.
Yep, because the slanting is only a little bit only. You have a very regular shape in terms of your master bedroom and your bedroom 2 and your living room. So we also analyze in terms of the 3-bedroom premium, the 1206. Where is the difference? Of course, the difference is, of course, you have a store. and you have a WC. So people that have a helper, then probably this will be a better one for you instead of the 980 square feet.
Yeah, so is this going to be 200 over square feet bigger in size?
This will be 200 over square feet.
So I think in terms of quantum, it might be a good 600,000 to 700,000.
Yes. So that is the difference that you'll be paying.
Yeah, they have a bigger balcony as well.
Slightly longer balcony, which is connecting to your bedroom 3.
Okay, and a longer walkway.
All right, so then we will analyze, of course, the 4-bedroom premium, which we just now share with you. You to look for a 2,000 square feet and above 4-bedroom is quite difficult to find in CBD area. This is 2067 square feet. So, Alex, you like this style of layout?
From the top, it doesn't look the best, but actually, if you look into the details, I think it's good enough because all the bedrooms they don't have that odd angles, a bit of curve only.
Okay.
Right. So the place that take up the curve is actually at the master bathroom.
Oh, this is the master bathroom.
Yes. So you will not be able to see too much of the curve. So overall, all the rooms, I think the windows are very nicely laid out.
So this is your entrance coming in. You have a proper kitchen. All right. Then you have your helper's room or the storeroom and the WC. You have a open island kitchen as well, the dry kitchen, which I think is quite exclusive, and you can able to accommodate a 8 to 10 seater dining table. Living room should be super huge because you can have a 5-seater L-shaped sofa. And of course, the balcony, I think the view will be fantastic as well.
So this layout is very welcoming because people that buy this want to entertain their guests. Okay, so when they enter, you'll be able to see a very big, kind of a kitchen open concept, and then you also get a good living dining area for entertainment because the people that buy these layouts, they would surely want to entertain their friends and their guests.
So just now you say, right, the bedrooms are all quite regular shape, right?
Yeah, big and regular.
So there's not a big difference in terms of compared to a normal regular unit that you'll be seeing.
Yes. So I think more interestingly, we want to talk about the walk-away price. Okay, so it's not easy for a walk-away price because this is a redevelopment. Okay, so we do not have any GLS as a guide price. So we can only use the surrounding areas as a guide price on how to predetermine the affordability and the worth of Newport residences.
So Alex, what do you think is a reasonable price for Newport, a freehold in a CBD?
Yeah, I think we need to compare with certain projects. I think first it's good to compare with a project that they've just completed, which is a Zion Grand. It's up to 62 stories. Their prices have already crossed 3,009 per square foot for a 99-year. But of course, they are going for like 62 stories. Okay, so you look at a freehold, okay, it should command a premium.
How much premium usually? You're 99 and a freehold.
15 to 20% premium.
15 to 20% guideline.
That's a good premium. But in terms of its entry price, okay, because you're going in at like 23rd story, okay, so we should be looking at somewhere around 3,004 plus minus. On the entry, I think it's fair because on the high side, it will sure cross 4,000 per square foot. So taking into consideration Robertson Opus in District 9, okay, you're averaging 3,003 to 3,006 per square foot.
This 999 is considered also a freehold, right?
Yes, so they do not have that like 40 over stories. Okay, so that's the reason why it's still around 3,003 to 3,006. So for this Newport itself, we do expect it to cross 4,000 on the high floor.
You were to buy a 23rd floor. So how much is the walk-away price?
I think reasonably the entry price should be around 3,004 to 3,005 per square foot.
Also, guys, 3,004 to 3,005 per square foot. That will be your walk-away price. I think it's super reasonable because compared to even 99-year leasehold like the Zion Grand, you are getting something that is there's no lease decay that you need to worry about.
Yes, but on the high floors, do expect it to be 4,000.
Which is still cheap. I think DBS just recently came out an article. They say by 2040, the whole Singapore mainland will be $4,000 per square foot.
Yes, that's the recent article. So as mentioned, property is a very good asset class to hold, hedge against inflation. So again, people who buy this, they understand this more than us. Right? So they are affluent investors. They would probably keep this, for the next generation.
But I can assure you, in this place, the rentability definitely is fantastic.
What's the strategy? The strategy is to buy, to rent, and hold until you make money because it's a freehold.
Yeah, you are able to free to hold until perpetual.
Okay, so Daniel, let's rate this project. So what is the connectivity for Newport residences?
I think it's fantastic location, near to expressway with 3 walking distance to MRT station, less than 700 meters. I think I give you a 96.
96. Yes, I think this is already right smack in town. Where do you need to connect to? So 97 for these schools.
You didn't hear me mention any schools, right? So I think it's schools definitely don't have anything. So I can only give it 60.
So I think for here, it's more of an investment place, so not really more for upgraders. Okay, so we will give it a 70. Project size 200 over units.
240 units, not big, not small, reasonable. So I think I'll give it a 75.
75. Okay, I think 200 is fair, right? Not too many units, not too much in supply, so I can give it a 78. What about amenities?
Amenities, I think you have surroundings, Tanjong Pagar, this mall, supermarket you're able to buy. I think I'll give it a 78.
78. You can also take MRT down to Marina, right? So I'll give it a 85. Transformation.
Definitely, there's transformation going down there. Whether Southern Waterfront, all this, they're going to transform the whole Tanjong Pagar area. I think I'll give it a 88.
88. Yes, I think transformation for the CBD it's really undervalued as of now, right? So you put more focus here, you will gain value. I give it a 93. Layouts.
Layout, they are good and bad, right? Not everything is fantastic. I think just now we talked about also the slanted bedrooms, all this. I think I'll give it a 80.
Yes, I think there will always be good and bad, right? So for certain people, so I give it a 78. What about the concept of it?
Concept is very nice. I think it's an iconic building.
Service
apartment, commercial, residential, cascading effect of the this landscape. I think I give it a 85.
85. I think the Sky Pool is good. You have service apartment to bring up the rents. You also have retail offices in the same building. I'll give it a 90. Rentability.
No brainer here. The rental is super fantastic. I think I'll give it a 90.
90, Yes, super easy to rent. 94. Now, exiting this project.
Exiting, depending when you want to exit.
Yes.
For me, I love to flip. I don't like to buy and hold. So for me, exit strategy, because you're buying at slightly higher PSF, the quantum will be higher. I would think I'll give it a 82.
82. So I think this is not for a quick flip. This is a freehold. It's really for good yield, medium to long term. So looking at this, I think it's still easy to exit. I give it a 88. So total 83.7.
Not bad, not bad.
Not bad. So I think this project in the Newport Residences is going to preview very soon in January. So for those who aspire to own something, they say they work very hard, they want to own something and don't want to buy anymore. This is the kind of project that you should look at.
Yeah, I think you should visit the sales gallery as well. I visited, quite fantastic, quite nice.
Architecture is beautiful, so you can visit show flat. This is the kind of trophy home that you want. Freehold, down in the central, near MRT, good rental income. This is the kind of project that you're looking for.
So if you are keen, just visit the show flat.
See you then.
Alright, see you guys.